Originally, I was going to combine the videos for how to say hot, warm, cold, and cool, but it turned out to be a very large topic. So we're not going to just learn a couple of verbs though in this video. This will be a more in-depth video about how to say hot and warm. And I don't mean hot as in like popular, like it's a hot spot. That you could just use 따뜻하다 or other verbs. I'm also not talking about hot as in like attractive. For that, you could use the verb 잘생기다 or others. And I'm also not talking about hot as in spicy. For that, you could just use 맵다 among other verbs. Or maybe you wanted to know these specific verbs, in which case, there you go. So let's first talk about how to say hot, and then we'll talk about how to say warm. And the two main ways of saying hot are 뜨겁다 and 덥다. So first, 뜨겁다. This is how you say that anything is hot to the touch. So something feels hot. So your car's interior might be hot on a sunny day, or your coffee might be hot, or a frying pan could be hot. So this is for the physical sensation of something that feels hot. So if you can touch it and it feels hot, well then it is 뜨겁다. 뜨거워? What am I doing? I was trying to write it below. For example, you could say 커피가 많이 뜨거워요. So the coffee is very hot. Next we have the verb 덥다. This is used to say that you feel hot, or commonly that the weather is hot. However, I should note that even if it's really cold outside, say you're wearing 3 coats, you could still feel 덥다. So again, this verb is really just about how you feel. For example, you could say 저는 더운 날에는. So as for me, on hot days, 더운 날, 아이스크림을 먹어요. So I eat ice cream on hot days. So then 뜨겁다 is for when something is hot to the touch, and 덥다 is when you feel hot. Well, there are some exceptions. For example, if the weather is so hot that you can actually feel the weather, well then you could also say that the weather is 뜨겁다. Now, this is less common. Normally, if it's really hot, you would just say it's really hot, but you might see it as well. Also, 뜨겁다 has another usage to mean like intense or fierce, kind of like passionate. So you might see it used with words like 사랑 for love, or 감사, so like a fierce gratitude, a really strong gratitude. Okay, so then how about warm? Well, let me clear the board and show you. The most common way you'll see to say warm is with the verb 따뜻하다. Now, this is not only warm, as in you feel warm, but it can also be the temperature of something, and it can even be used to say like warm-hearted. So you can say like 따뜻한 마음, so a warm heart. And this verb is all you're going to need 99% of the time to say warm. Note though that when you order coffee, you might think you're ordering hot coffee. Well, in Korean, although you can say your coffee is hot with 뜨겁다, when you order it though, you don't order it as hot, you actually order it as warm. So you'll say 따뜻한 커피, or whatever drink you're getting. So literally warm coffee. Now, it's not going to come out warm, don't worry, it'll come out hot. You simply would order it or call it warm coffee. Now, there are some more words for warm, but here are just 2 more ones that you might hear. Both of them start with ta or ta. You also might find more words that start with these as well. Now, these are less common, but they're still good to know. The first one is 다스하다. Notice it looks kind of similar to the word for warm anyway, as well as 다스하다. Both of these have the same meaning, and that is kind of warm, or like nice and warm. And this one is a little bit more colloquial, so a little bit more like speech sounding than this one, but they have the same meaning. For example, you could describe the spring weather as being 따스하다. So, how else have you seen these verbs used? Or are there any other verbs you'd like to know? Please let me know in the comments below. I do check all of those. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another episode. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.